All right, those just tuning in, we just wrapped up our game between the AdMech and the Imperial Guard. Final score, Adeptus Mechanicus got a 73 into an Imperial Guard 69. Very nice score.
Excellent score.
So, recaps. This game actually went a lot longer than we expected, a lot later. Both of us still getting used to these armies again in some ways and learning them and going over some of the rules. So, first and foremost, I think we're just going to summarize this into three basic questions. Number one, there was things we were testing out. How did you feel about those results? For me, it was the guns on the shooting guys. I mean, I dropped the Rogel Dorn down to 2 wins. That was pretty efficient. You had a ton of Melta. That was efficient. So for me, I would say that I was happy with the damage output I got out of the guns. And I mean, you went after them early, so I didn't get many turns with them. And then the punching bots did their thing.
So, yeah, they punched real hard. They were probably a lot better than the shooting bots.
Yeah.
Into infantry, they're going to do a lot better. I just gave you nothing but T11 tanks to deal with.
Well, the thing was, you also took out all my shooting robots super early, so I didn't get to really get into that point of the game with them. And then I had a 4-man squad that was left alive of the robots with punching fists, so they were able to just tear through things. So, got to see it on a different scale to really fully test it, and I'd be willing to try it again. For you, what do you got? What were some stuff you were happy with that you were testing and you were happy to see or disappointed in?
It was fun. The main gun on all the Lehman Russes being blast just makes it difficult to deal with getting tagged and then having to shoot. I can't shoot into something. There were a couple times I just didn't have good targets for the turret guns because they're blast. Because my unit was tagged, and then your vehicle unit I wanted to shoot at was in combat, and it was just impossible to deal with. But just having that number of multi-meltas, as we said on the table, definitely did some work.
Big time.
Definitely added up.
Big time.
So, yeah, I thought it was fun. I definitely think there are a few things I'd change to make it more competitive. Like I said, this is just tanks go vroom, and they did go vroom. We lost by 4 points, but by the end, there was only one Skitarii Ranger. One Lone Ranger left. The Lone Ranger is left on the table. We still had a couple tanks left. We probably would have won if we passed a few battle shocks. There were just multiple times where I failed a bunch of battle shocks and then couldn't score with them because I couldn't do actions or take objectives. I couldn't take this objective with Lehman Russ because he is battle shocked, even though you had one Ranger standing on it. So,
you did just to be fair, you shot 12 points down for me on a 1 Overwatch. So that was a pretty huge Overwatch for that.
Yeah. The twin linked on the autocannons helped just to make sure the hits came through his wounds. But I was happy with most of the stuff. I think I would probably make sure I got a couple enhancements. Putting in a 6-up Feel No Pain enhancement on the Rogel Dorm would just make. I forgot he was 18 wounds. I thought he was 16, but he's 18 wounds. And, a 6-up Feel No Pain just makes it that many more wounds that you have to deal through. Get an extra, another 3 or 4 wounds you have to do to him to finish him off. So
the tough thing is that you didn't get to really see a lot from the Rogel Dorn because I put a beat on it early and was putting damage into it. But I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen a lot of times with the Rogel Dorn. Yeah. It's when you have it on the table, that's going to jump up the priority chain. And if someone has the weapons and has the capability to hit it, they're going to. Yeah. And I had that shot.
Yeah. I didn't have a painted engines here to do repairs and to give him a 4-up Inbone because in Imperial Guard he doesn't give the Feel No Pain like you get. He gives a 4-up Inbone. So that would just make him a little more durable and help him last a little bit longer there. So yeah, definitely things that would make more sense for competitive play, but it was fun to play. Had a great time with it. Love my Ogryns getting out there and mixing it up a little bit. So good time.
Depending on how it go, I might mess with it and drop down to 2 engine series, and maybe don't need all 3 of them. They don't do much outside of giving the Feel No Pain. Yes, they get angry.
Yeah, if you want to run a 3 robot brick list, one of them is going to die pretty quick, and then one of those engine series is going to be like, I guess I buff this Dragoon or just something. Yeah, you probably.
What's nice is how violent still. Like when you get to that point of there's one robot left. A single robot can get violent, especially with that 1 CP. You go, okay, I'm going to go full rerolls to hit and wound. And that's how I kind of staggered that one, is so that when you remove all the gun bots and he's the only one left, suddenly he gets like double the strength. because where he would, it's like, oh, I don't have twin linked because I'm single gun. Well, now you're re-rolling wounds. Oh, I'm not twin linked because I'm single fist. Oh, you're re-rolling wounds. So he becomes very, very strong at that aspect, and I do like that off those guys. So, yeah, ultimately, I would play it again. And that goes into my second question is, similar list, making some tweaks, would you play it again?
The guard, yeah, they're fun. I like tanks go room, and I think tweaking some things would make them a little more better. I think the Ogren are fun, but with all the shooting that I have, I don't think I really need them.
Let me rephrase that for you specifically, because I feel like this is where it comes into. Would you play that if you only could play one of these two armies? Would you play this or Votann?
Right now, this.
There you go. That's what I was kind of going with, is like the entertainment and the joy factor behind it.
Yeah, I'm still just salty at how bad they did my Votann and the move from 9th to 10th edition. But the guard have some fun. Yeah, and I didn't study the guard as much, so there's probably a couple strats I could have used, like the extra AP strat, that sort of thing, especially into your robots that had 2-up armor saves. So
for me, I feel like I'm a happy medium. I really do kind of like all the armies I'm playing, but as far as like other detachments that AdMech offers, this is all I want to play is robots and stuff like that. It is that. And so that's probably where I'll stick. I might mess with it a little more and see. It's tough for me to get breachers in there because of the cost. So we'll see. Maybe it's not going with the 3 robot brick, but at the same time too, I can't necessarily say I shouldn't do the 3 robot brick. So I would like to play a little more and see. And just move through some different stuff and see what happens, especially Death Guard. I'd really like to see it into Death Guard and maybe sometime into Knights, because now with that T11, it changes how my guns can perform. So, but yeah, that's about it. I know I said 3 questions. I kind of forgot what the other one was.
I lost track of how many.
I know. There was another one that I couldn't remember. Oh, now I remember. So your vehicle's exploding.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. I think we had 5 of my vehicles exploding. I mean, I had a lot of tanks, but it might have been 6. There were so many explosions. And I think they did pretty much equal damage to both of us. You know, I took a lot of damage on Lehman Russes that are hard to do damage to. Took a lot of mortals on them, but you took a lot of damage from it as well. So I don't think there's any one
units with them. You ended some of my units. I don't think you lost in a single unit, but you did take a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, again, taking 3 wounds off of Lehman Russ is a big deal with the 2-up armor on those guys and the high toughness. So it definitely made it, and it made me take battle shocks because tanks that were wounded due to that had to take battle shocks because they were below half strength. So it definitely is very relevant in the game, but I don't think it really advantaged one of us one way or the other. We both took a lot of damage. For
me, I only had 6 on the bounce backs. There wasn't really a huge advantage into that this time. I love the rules still nonetheless, but we didn't find it. That Rogaldorn, like you said, that was a big threat because you put a lot of shots into it. 2 6s, I blow up the door. So in that sense, it probably would have been better for you because I would have gotten you out of combat, so you could just shot all the blast at the robots. Yeah, and I probably would have lost that squad at the center. So, but yeah, maybe you could have spent some CP to give me a reroll on an armor save. Like, you know what? I'm gonna spend a command point. You're gonna reroll that armor save that you just failed. I got you. Dude.
There have been times when I rerolled my own saves to try intentionally get a fail.
Oh yeah,
so there's times when it's relevant. So
oh yeah. All right, well, this game ran late, so we're going to call it quits early on this and stop video here. But please let us know in the comment section what some rivalries you want to see that we've done, and we'll be bringing those games here soon. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.